Hey everybody. So I never made a 3 month update, and I'm almost 4 months on T. I don't really have much of an excuse. I kept meaning to make a video with my fiance while she was here, but that never happened. Um, but eventually we'll make a video together. Um, right. Um, I'm still on half a CC every 3 weeks. My last shot was almost 2 weeks ago. Um, so basically, changes. I'm gonna start with emotional changes, because I think that is something that I should probably touch on. Um, I noticed the first 2 months were the hardest emotionally, because I had spent 22 years learning myself and how my body reacts to certain things, or how emotionally to deal with being sad or being mad. And once I started T, that all kind of changed. My anger escalated differently. Being sad was just different. It's a completely different level of emotion. And that hit mostly around my first and second month of T. And it was basically the process of relearning everything about yourself. And that's, I think, the hardest thing to do after trying to know who you are for the past 22 years, and then everything just kind of changing. And I was getting angry over stuff that would make me mad before, but this time it was like 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. I was just furious. Where before I would just kind of get irritated and be like, whatever, I'm done with the situation. So now I'm kind of relearning when to just back off and give myself some space and figure out whether or not I even have a reason to be upset. And then I'll come back, and if I feel bad for getting mad, I'll be like, I'm sorry. Or I'll come back and I'll try to explain what's going on. But I hated using my hormones as an excuse for getting upset. So that's that. Crying's actually also really weird too. When I'm closer to my shot date, or well, after my shot, the first week and a half to 2 weeks, I don't cry a lot. It's actually really hard to cry in certain situations where I would have cried before. I don't now. I don't. Yeah, I just don't cry. Actually, that's a lot. I do cry. But it's normally, if I'm closer to the 3 week mark where I'm getting closer to my shot date and my testosterone's lower, and it's just, I cry. So, yeah. I think emotional changes are even actually the hardest changes to deal with. Everything else I was like, oh, so excited, oh my god, I shed hair, something, and the emotional changes just kind of took a toll. So I advise anybody who is currently taking therapy to stay in therapy, and those people who aren't in therapy, there's no shame in being in therapy. Some days I kind of wish I would have stayed in therapy just to have someone to talk to, who can tell me how to try and cope with it. Also, talking to other people who are in the trans community helps out a lot. I recently met a guy, Caleb, and he's pretty cool. He's like 2 years or something like that on T. He's had top surgery. He's my friend's boyfriend and all that stuff, and he's actually really awesome. Anyways, but I talked to him about a couple things, and it was just nice hearing that I'm normal in a sense, and the things that I was going through were pretty normal for the changes, and seeing what I could look forward to and everything. It was just really cool. And then physical changes. Let's talk about physical changes. I have 3 chin hairs. Not right now because I shaved, but I totally have 3 chin hairs. They grow in the same general area, like right here, and you can't really see them unless you know what you're looking for. The hairs right here are coming in coarse and more like facial hair. They're not dark yet, but I'm naturally like strawberry blonde, so I don't expect them to be ferociously dark. But they are coming in darker. The hairs right here are actually coming in more of like, I can kind of see them more in certain light. I'm getting a little bit of an Adam's apple too, which I'm actually pretty happy about. My hairline has changed a little bit. I don't know if you can really tell. I can, but right here is kind of like gone to the divot, and then right here is kind of grown out a little bit more. At least I think it looks different. Facial structure has changed. I only noticed that because I did a side-by-side photo comparison for the past 3 months. My thigh hair, I have thigh hair now. My leg hair is just kind of getting darker, and I'm getting hair where there wasn't before. Yeah. But it was actually really hard for me at first to tell whether or not I was getting like more leg hair, because I had a good deal of leg hair before. I have a happy trail now, which is pretty cool, or more so of a happy trail than I did before. Obviously my voice has dropped a bit more than my last video. I actually watched the beginning of every video before I made this one. So that's exciting. I think that's actually one of the things that I'm still trying to get used to, is hearing my own voice. I was with my friend Megan at the barbershop where she works, and I got my hair cut, and I was talking to my friend Sarah, the girl she works with, and we were talking, and at one point Megan turns around and she goes, "Oh, I was wondering who you guys were talking to or something, because it just didn't sound like you." Keep in mind, I've known my friend Megan since I was 14, so she's literally seen me go through like every aspect of maturing to who I am now. I knew her before I came out as everything, so it's ridiculous to see us now. But yeah, so other changes. Muscle changes. I've noticed I've stopped working out for a minute, but I'm trying to get back into my routine. I've actually been working out more. I'm really bad at working out, actually. It's so hard to motivate myself, but I'm trying. Muscle changes, though, I'm getting more of a definition, like right here and right here. Shoulders, I have definitely more muscle on my shoulder, like right here. I can feel more muscle in my chest, and I feel like I feel a little bit stronger Like, I was helping my dad move bags today or something like that, and it just seemed easier. Also, the muscle in my leg is changing. Definitely, I noticed the thigh muscle changing when I'm going to give myself a shot. Definitely noticed that, but definitely more muscle definition. I wouldn't say I have more muscle, but definitely more muscle definition that wasn't there before. Also, I've gained about 10 pounds. I don't think it's all muscle, though. Definitely don't think it's all muscle because I love food. And I don't always eat healthy. Actually, I probably never really eat healthy. But I'm trying. I am. This video is almost 11 minutes long. But I guess that's what you get for being really bad at making update videos. So, I will see you guys in a couple weeks to a month or something like that. I don't know. But I'll try and be on time for my next video. And yeah. So, good vibes, and I hope you all are doing well.